Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back with another video with Naturally Nurtured. This is Joanna, and into this video, I will teach you guys how to pick, how to wash, and also how to process your Mustang grape right from your backyard to make grape juice. And in the second part of the video, it will be about making grape jelly and also water canning. So please hit the like button, leave a comment down below, um, with also share and subscribe with the post notification bell on. This is what the grape look like. See how big they are. um, this is Uriah on my back, which we're gonna switch out with my husband so he could have Uriah and I can have both hands to do this because I truly enjoy this. This is my husband Ricardo. This is not the official sit down with him, but he was in the video and I didn't want to cut him out. Last year around this time, we picked in the same backyard of my neighbors. We did 3 buckets. This year I had a goal of 7, but we ended up doing 5.5 buckets because everyone started getting a little hungry. It took us roughly 1 hour to do 5.5 buckets. One of them we picked for a neighbor of mine who wasn't feeling well. I like coming to this neighbor's yard instead of my property because, as you can tell, the fence line is holding on to his vine, so you can just pull up in the back of your pickup truck or a ladder for someone who's very short, like me. Comparing to our yard, where you need pretty much to climb up trees like Tarzan to get to the grapevines. But anyway, we had my family visiting, so that's why the process was a little bit faster. I had in total 9 people helping. All of those black things you're seeing on the vine, they are grapes. We try to pick things that's not rotten, that's not green, so the processing can go as easier as possible. Coming up next is gonna be a result of the buckets we have after we give our neighbor his. Those are the 4 buckets I mentioned before, and we're gonna move to the next stage. Hi everyone, welcome back with Naturally Nurtured. I am glad to be back and standing with in front of you guys today. And tonight, as you can tell the time, this is real time. We're gonna be processing grapes. 2 weeks ago, I went grape picking with my family when they came and visited. We went to my neighbor's yard. The setup was so much better than ours. I do have grapes in the back of our property, but it's scattered everywhere. My neighbor have a few fence where the vine grew over it, so you can literally just drive or whatever the case, put on your little ladder. For someone like me, I'm very short, and just pick out buckets within like less than an hour or so. So we went there, we had fun, I recorded it. I have been dreading this video, guys, because we had too many kids in the video and I'm trying to figure out how to edit it without having kids on our video. Again, our channel is about our experience, not the kids, because kids cannot consent. And I don't want to put their face online when I wouldn't do that to my own son. Because the Bible says, right? Do unto others as you would want to be done unto you. So I wouldn't appreciate it if someone took my son's video and posted it without my consent. My sisters gave me consent to post their kids as long as I blur their face like I normally do for mines and Sunday's kid. So this is what we're gonna be doing. I already picked the grape. We initially picked 5 buckets of grapes. It was 6. We gave one of my neighbor who wasn't feeling well some, and we processed already 2 or 3 of them. I already have one, the last few buckets clean, and I had to go outside so I could pick more grapes because I realized I skipped the whole process on how to teach you guys how to clean it properly and how to cook it so you can extract the juice. With that juice, you can make many different things like jam, grape syrup, you name it. The what is it they say? The options are endless. So anyway, tonight we're gonna be briefly, I have maybe this much grapes left. I'm gonna teach you guys how to clean it step by step, and then I'm gonna move on to my handy water canner pot, so I can teach you guys how to cook it. And then depends on how cool it is, I may be able to strain it and just get the juice. If not, this video is gonna be done tomorrow morning. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any question, please leave it down below, down in the comment section. While you're down there, please like this video, share it, and subscribe with the post notification bell on. Enjoy, guys, enjoy. I truly enjoy being here and sharing those things with you. I did not know how to do this. When I moved here where I live for roughly a year, my neighbors, my retired neighbors, have been teaching me a lot of things on how to can and so on. I'm not the best at it, but I will share whatever little knowledge I have with you. So please, if you have any suggestions how to make things better, I am all ears. Okay, I'm all ears. Leave it down below, because I like easy work. And again, I'm not new to this, so anything that you can add to my life as I'm in the learning process, please leave it down below also. Enjoy. Guys, this is how much grapes I'm gonna be doing. I'm also going to be putting my gloves on. For whatever reason, Mustang grape itch my hand. So this is one of the reasons why they don't recommend eating Mustang grapes. But you can make juice with it. You can make other things after you're done cooking it. So I'm gonna put on my handy dandy gloves on. If you happen to not have gloves, you can always utilize it. And one of the trick I learned from a family member is to take lemon. They also take baking soda. Dab the lemon into the baking soda and rub it all over the itching area, and just like that, it will stop itching overnight. So I am going to put my gloves on too before we start. Those are my husband gloves. They fit my hand, but his fingers definitely skinnier and longer, and mine are short, chubby fingers. So therefore, I'm struggling for my life, but it's gonna get the job done. Oh, I don't know how doctors do this on a daily basis. My hands do sweat, so it's a challenge getting my hands in gloves. But once I get it in, woo, look at that. All right, so I'm going to utilize this clear bowl to put anything I deem clean. Okay, let me bring you guys down up close and personal, right? So let me also turn on my flashlight so you can see. Those grapes were at the end of the season, so they are nice and dark and juicy. So this is what I normally do. And then if it's already open like this, it's no good. So I'm gonna put it on the other sink where this tripod is standing at. So you just literally take your finger, roll the grape. Don't pull, because sometimes when you pull, it damages the grape. This one is already open, looking yucky, and this one too, so no good. Like, if a grape already look like this, I would not keep it, to be honest with you. It's because that look terrible. So it's a survival of the fittest. Again. Perfect. So this is what it looked like when we pick it. The reason why we go through all this process is because there's wild animals and all that. You're gonna find little spider webs in there, and nobody trying to eat all that. So this is why we go to the extent, but it is worth it. This is what I was telling you about. You see how there is little spider web in between the grape, you know. So imagine if you just wash this on the outside and you process it, you'll be eating all kind of extra vitamin. And this right here make your grape juice bitter. So obviously this is trash. Another example, look, another spider web. It seems like the spider love grapes the way I'm finding so many spider webs. By the way, one of my niece, she asked me to give her a shout out. I'm not gonna say her name, but I would say her initial, so she know who I'm talking about. Her initials are let me see, how should I put it? Should I do the initial? It's RD, and she is amazing. I enjoy talking with her. She's very young, so it's amazing being able to have good relationship with your family members, especially relationship that I did not have growing up. I did, have older sisters, but I never had really a up close relationship with my aunties, comparing to RD. So it is a privilege being that role model, someone hopefully she can rely on when she's going through things, and hopefully she don't see me like a authoritarian figure in her life, but she can always see a friend in me. Not because I would tolerate things, but because it's so much easier giving advice as a friend than as an auntie who you might be in trouble with your parents if they find out. But anyway, some of the things that she liked to do, she liked to cook. She also is very much into drawing. And one of her favorite memory of our relationship is that I made slime with her. So I can't wait for her or myself to go visit so we can make more slime. And it's gonna be a privilege having Uriah partaking in that. So hopefully we can all share that same core memory of, oh, auntie made slime with us. But this time I'm gonna learn from my lesson, because listen guys, when I made slime with them, her and her sister, I think I had my nephews there too, I was so excited. I fell upon this newfound thing, and I went to the store, grabbed the biggest size of gallon of glue that you can think of, the biggest activator, the biggest this. I had what is it they call it? I don't want to say sparkling. I had glitters. I had all of these different things, components. And I went home. My nephews and nieces were there. They looked forward to it. We made slime, right? Let me tell you, if my parents could have beat me up, they would have, because my nephews and nieces got this slime all over the couch, all over the carpet that we had, and I had no plan. I don't know, I was young, and at the time I didn't have kids. I was just a kid myself. I wasn't that young, but I was a kid myself. So it never really came in my head that, hey, they probably will stick this thing everywhere, which they did. So I had a lot of after work to do. So this time, if we do slime, RD or MD or KA or JJ, those are the initial, and then we have both initials or JJs. So all of my nephews and nieces get a little shout out, but a special shout out to my niece who asked me to give her one. So thank you for continuing to watch. I hope you're learning something. I hope as I do this, maybe next time I see you, we'll be able to experience this together. Whether it's you making this for me, since you do like to cook, you do enjoy things like this. So anyway, back to the video. I just finished with the initial cleaning step. So what I normally do is I do the initial wash. And then I do a little bit of water with some baking soda in it. I put baking soda just because, guys, you saw all this spider webs, and those are the things that my eyes can see. I cannot even imagine what else is in there that my eyes just can't see. So we're gonna do this just to make sure as much as I can comes out, and we'll allow it to sit for a few minutes. And as we allow it to sit for a few minutes, we're just gonna talk some more. So normally whatever comes up, I deem it bad, like this. I don't want this to be part of my juice. This is pretty solid because it's still sealed. Like this, bad. I don't know why this is floating. These two are the only two floating, so I'm just gonna take them out and see. Yep, it's bad. It's pretty good. Pretty gross, I meant to say. It looks gross. Yeah. And as you can tell, there's a worm on the inside. Guys, can you see this? Yep. That purple thing you're seeing is a worm. Is a worm. So, you see it? Woo! My whole inside is turning. My goodness, extra protein, people. This is why I do the baking soda. Look at this thing. Okay, this is pretty bad. So whatever floats is gonna go. Yep. This. Who's next? Guys, this look like a pimple popping video. But I'm just having fun. I'm truly a kid at heart. So you saw the one with the worm, right? This is why I encourage people to not keep it. But this right here is a good example. This is a good grape example right there. I feel bad for people who eat grape unwashed, especially the store-bought grapes. I can imagine the type of things that's growing on that. But anyway, my niece, back to my niece, she liked to bake, she liked to fry, she liked to do hair, she also do gymnastics. And believe it or not, them girls, they can sing. Even when they were young, they will sing a lot. And I think it's a gift they get. No offense to my brother, not that you don't know how to sing, but I really think they got it from their mother. Their mom can sing a lot. So I really pray that they utilize their gifts for the Lord, just like the parable of the talents in Matthew's. I'm sure everyone know about that, but everyone should have an idea. 3 servants, one was giving 5, one was giving 2 or 3, and one was giving 1. The first 2 went on and multiplied their talent. And when the master came, they had double of what they started with. And the last one had only 1, and he buried it. And the master came, he said, "Master, you're harsh. You like to collect things that you did not work for, so I went on and buried it." This is me paraphrasing, guys. And you know what happened to this guy? His 1 talent was taken and given to the one that had the most. So the story is, I pray that my nieces and nephews, and anyone, to be honest, who have a talent, who's watching this video, truly utilizes their talent for the Lord, so that when he returns, you can present to him the talent that you have in tenfold, and not just be like the lazy servant who say, "I know you're harsh, so I buried it." So I really pray that they continue to sing and utilizes their talent for his glory. Amen. Amen. But anyway, this is the second wash, second and final wash, guys. And I'm also doing this with very warm water. All right, once you're done, you should have something like this. Look how amazing this look. Let me take a picture for the thumbnail. Boom. This looks amazing. I'm having whatever hard time taking the thumbnail picture. All right, here we go. So now I'm gonna switch you guys to the other side so you can see the next step. All right here I have the remaining grapes I was telling you guys about. As you can tell, it was frozen. After I wash it, I just put it in bags and freeze it in my deep freezer until I could make this video, because it takes a lot of work and energy to do so. So since I show you guys the process, I'm gonna just dump this this new grapes in here. And what I like to do is I like to either take my potato smasher, which I think I'm going to do because this is still very cold. So I'm gonna grab my potato smasher. Guys, don't mind this. This is a very experienced water canner. That's why it looks so ashy. But it is clean and ready for the next step. Invest yourself into a water canner. If you have the option between a water canner and a pressure cooker and you're a beginner, to be honest, start small. Water canner, you can't go wrong. So normally before I even start boiling it, I give it a nice smash like this. So I try to get as much juice as possible, because once it starts boiling a little bit, it kind of pops. And I'm not trying to do all that. And I'm also trying to accomplish the highest level of concentration without adding water, because the more concentrated it is, the easier and more versatile it is for me. So that's why I crush as much as I can even before we start. Because normally I have to do this when it's hot, and yeah, what's a lot of work if you ask me. I have never tried this on a blender, but I feel like one of these days I would like to try it maybe on a slow blender and see what's up. Maybe I'm thinking the next season, God's willing, I want to get me a slow juicer, because the one I have is a very fast. It's good for like things like carrots and celery and all that. So if I get me a slow juicer, I would like to maybe wash those grapes, put it in there, take the juice and warm it up, so it doesn't itch going down. I don't know, that's my thought process. But I know we boil it so we can get the juice, so maybe it might be unnecessary to do so if you already have the juice. So that way it will cut down some of the step. All right. So this is what this looked like so far. Can you believe back in the days people used to wash their feet and stepping on them grapes? I feel like somewhere people still do that. But thank goodness for potato smasher, right? All right, I think I'm done. So part of me want to add a little bit of water, part of me don't. What shall I do, Lord? I know it needs to be covered, and I don't have enough juice just yet so everything can be covered. So I think I have to add a little bit of water. And the reason why it needs to be covered is so that everything can be extracted. All right, that wasn't too much, but I'm happy with the way this look. Yeah, they have room to do their thing. I'm not adding any more to that. All right, Let me turn on my oven and we're gonna take it over the next place. Guys, let me stop being silly. We're gonna cover it. Let me rinse this. Though I miss marching band, guys. When I used to be in marching band, I used to play the cymbals. I used to play the bass drum. And then winter band, I used to play the triangle. Sometimes I'll play the snares and things like that. But my favorite was the cymbals because it makes the loudest noise. And yeah, I like being annoying sometimes. So I used to. Let me stop playing before this thing fall on the floor and wake up my baby, because that will be tragic. There's nothing really special about this. We cover it until we hear it starts boiling, and once it starts boiling, you just turn it off, let it cool, strain it, and that's pretty much the process. I'm not gonna keep you guys here waiting for this to boil, because when I had the other stove, I could turn on maybe different spots, and it will warm up the whole place. But with this, it might take a little bit longer. Maybe surprisingly, it probably won't take that long, but who knows? I hope you guys enjoy the process. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Again, come back, bring a friend, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and we'll be back. I'll be back with the end result after it's already boiling, and then I'm gonna also skip to the next part. All right, guys, this is what it looks like. You're not really trying to get it to boil too much, because then it's gonna look, it's gonna look more like apple sauce. So that's not what I'm looking for. So once it get warm, I turn off the stove, so it can sit and simmer, and it just makes it easier. So when I put it through my food mill, it will be done. So I'll still go around smashing a little bit, but it's also going through a food mill, so that's not so much of a worry. Let me give it a few more minutes before we move on to the next step. Alright guys, I'm gonna try again now that this has cooked a little bit more. I'll show you the process. So I have my boiled grapes, my food mill, and then this pot is to take the trash from the food mill. Okay, so here it goes. Let's zoom into the food mill, because that's the most important part. I don't know if you guys can see the difference between yesterday's, the other parts. When I try this and this time, you see how everything is going under? That's how I know it is cooked enough. Alright, I'm gonna do that a few more times to get as much juice as possible. And once I'm done with this, I put it here. Alright guys, this is the end result of everything. Give me a few minutes so I can wash up myself a little bit, and then I'll close up this part of the video. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in with Naturally Nurtured. This was a lot of work. I look forward to doing it again in about a year. I am not going to lie, I'm a little bit glad that we did not pick up the 7 buckets like I wanted to. Last year we picked out 2 or 3. This year we did 5. Hopefully next year I'm hoping that maybe I have a better system to prepare it so I can pick out 10 buckets. Because we do have plans, we do have projects to do, you know, with this. But I'm just grateful to God that I'm able to even have this, because if I was in the city, that would have been maybe something I never experienced, or something I would have had to go out of my way buying to experience. But anyway, let me know what was your favorite part of the video down in the comment section below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Come back again. Stay natural. Bye bye.